Hey guys, it's She Woke Up XJW. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a rebuttal. And excuse me if my neighbors walk by. I do live in an apartment complex in the PNW, Pacific Northwest. So, and I was just helping yesterday get furniture for a friend, but she's not home. So I'm outside where it's so pretty right now. Anyways, I just want to say hi. She Woke Up XJW, sign in with me. I want to do a rebuttal, so I'm waiting for some of you to come on. I've kind of had some comments that weren't very nice. Hello, Carnivore Life, how are you? It's good to see you. I made an effort to make sure I commented to all of you back and gave you a heart for being on here with me yesterday. My craziness. Hey, you only live one life, right? Oh, I'm glad you're good today. That's wonderful. Yeah, me too. I've been busy. Kind of busy. Yeah, doing my thing. I went out to the lake today and explored some of my area where I moved to. Took a nice walk. There was wild berries, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do some lives over there because it's just gorgeous right now. Yeah, so I'll do that, and the internet seems to be working, pretty good. So I said, well, I'm gonna go over there. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I have family here. Yeah, so it's really pretty in the U.S. So it's gorgeous. It's really gorgeous. It does rain a lot, though. We get a lot of rain, so it's okay. I don't mind. You're in Brazil. Oh, nice. I heard Brazil's really nice. Really nice. I actually had a daughter-in-law years back. She married a young guy from Brazil. Yeah, they were really happy. He got disfellowshipped, and so did she. Because they had a little hanky-panky going on before they got married. So they got disfellowshipped and shunned by their family. And the last I heard, she got reinstated. This was a few years ago, so this was like 2018. She got reinstated, but he came to the U.S. They got married in the U.S. As soon as he came into the country, they got married. But the elders in the congregation, when I left, it had already been 2 years. They had not reinstated him. She got reinstated, but he didn't. So that's pretty sad, and oh wow. So yeah, she was pretty sad about that. Yeah. Oh, Brazilian. Oh, okay. Brazil is very nice. I've seen some pictures, and I was like, wow, that's a pretty place to visit. Really pretty. I like the language. I like the language. Portuguese, right? Portuguese. Hi, Brenda. Thank you for watching from Jamaica. Shayeen, right? I read your comment. No, I don't have OnlyFans. No, don't have that. I just have my TikTok and YouTube, Instagram. I talk a lot about ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, so if this is not your thing, you might want to go to another thing. Okay. Irvin, I don't understand Portuguese. Ronaldo, hello. Okay. So anyways, hey, I'm on here. This is She Woke Up XJW. Oh, you're 3 months. Pimo. Hi, Esty from California. Hi, Brenda. Hello, hello. So if you're just getting on here and you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness, or you have been a Jehovah's Witness, or you are a Bible study, please jump on with me. I appreciate hearing from you. And I want to apologize for yesterday. I guess I offended a few people, and yes, I have a bad mouth. So I will work on that, I promise, because, you know, friendly is good, right? Oh, you're from Rome. Wow. That's amazing. So Brazil, we've got Brazil. We have Rome, California. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, up by Washington. SD, you faded from the JWs 18 years ago. Dang, you beat me. Mine's only been 5. Hi, Megan. It's good to see you. Good to see all of you. How good is my head game? Oh, it's better today. I was crying like a bubbling idiot the other day. Oh, you're from Georgia. Georgia's pretty. I've lived in Arkansas, in the south where all that humidity is. Gotta love the humidity. Just give me a darn air conditioner. I'm good. In my car. Can I get a hoo-yah? Okay, hoo-yah. I love it here. It's so pretty right now. It's really cool. We did have a heat wave. Okay, Darren, hi. Marion, that and my toddy. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm just on here because I wanted to talk about some of the comments I got in my video. Horror Stories Hindi. You look like Rajesh Hip Hop Hooray Raji. Am I saying it right? I feel old, I'm telling you. No, I'm young at heart, I'm telling you. Jamie, Jaime, hola, saludos desde Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, you were in for more than 30 years. Yeah, I was 32, and I didn't count the years I studied. So I think I just rounded up to 32. Oh, California's hot, huh? 80 degrees? Dang, you know what? We were hot here in the Pacific Northwest. I think the hottest was 103 last week. I was like, ugh. I know California gets hot. I'm born and raised California. Born and raised California. So. Now, I was pretty good looking when I was 20. And 30 and 40. I don't know, Fun Squad, if I am supposed to say that, so I am not going to say that. SD, you were a JW for 16 years, adult convert. Yeah. 32 years here. Phew. Yeah. My goal is to really help others leave the organization. Because I've got my protest signs I showed you yesterday. And I'm like, all I could find was black. Usually they have white styrofoam signs because I like to create. So I bought big, huge blue pieces of construction paper to put on it and glue it on there. I was like, gosh. But why would I want to say that? Gear Jammer wants to know what happened. Okay, so anyways, my rebuttal is this. I had a few jump on because I just want to give you a little history. I have been to another country. I've been to Africa twice. Um, Marlon, I am not addressing that. I am not addressing anything that does with my body. So, just like, I think you need to jump off. Okay? So anyways, I have been there twice. And ex-JW, ex-Jehovah's Witness girl in her 30s, had joined our groups on Facebook. I don't moderate those groups. I get on because I look for those who are struggling. They could be having severe depression from being excommunicated from the organization. Okay, so that's really hurtful. And the suicidal rate, we have no idea how high it is when individuals leave the organization. And it is a cult, okay? It's a cult that is within plain sight, if you understand that. So they go around and do their preaching. I did it for years. And behind it is the pedophilia, the child sexual abuse, the CSA. It's better to just do abbreviations. The CSA, pedophile, I don't know, pedo, whatever. That stuff is hidden. And it is hidden in plain sight because, so anyways, when it comes to the shunning, as an ex-Jehovah's Witness, you get shunned. Even your children can get shunned if they make a mistake, if they do something that's wrong. Children deserve discipline when they're young, but when you have older children, like I have an older daughter. So anyways, why suicides be being, can you please clarify? Okay, so in the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses, if you have, let's say you're baptized into the organization, you actually get immersed in water, you have now become a Jehovah's Witness, you declare your faith to that religion, and in that religion, and the God, and all of that stuff, okay? You could be as young as 8 years old. Now, I don't know about you, this is a serious thing. An 8-year-old can't even drive a car. But you're making this dedication to God, and you're saying, I'm going to do this 100%. Okay, greetings from Los Angeles. Hello, hello. And I am not against what anybody wants to believe. Please do not feel that. Please do not. I'm not trying to resonate that, because I believe in a higher power also. I am not trying to be any sort of way on here mean to anybody on this live, okay? So when I talk about this, I'm fixing to get rebaptized on the 4th of August. Like, in what faith? So anyways, somebody asked me to go back. So anyways, I'm helping this girl who's struggling, who left. She was disfellowshipped out of the organization because she ran off with some young guy. She was young, and he wasn't a Jehovah's Witness. So right now she has I'm trying to publish her book. It's done. It's sent to Amazon, but she told them to hold off because she just didn't have the extra money, and she needed it copyrighted. So she is in another country, and she needed to get it copyrighted, and you cannot do anything without permission within Jehovah's Witnesses organization. They frown on higher education. They frown if you want to write a book. You're not even allowed to watch certain cartoons as a child, right? I mean, there's so many things you cannot do. You have to follow everything in a specific way, or you're brought to the back room by the elders, you're talked to. There's so many things. Now, some of you, oh, okay, Borean Pickets. Oh, you are? Oh, I like his show. I love his show. I love it. It is a good show. If any of you could see Borean Pickets, I'm not, I don't want to mess up his name. I'm sorry. He's an older gentleman, and bye, Fun Squad. Take it easy. And he has really deep information about the organization. So if you are an XJW, or you have studied, or you have left, or you are PMO, physically in, mentally out, thank you for joining my channel. I do want to apologize yesterday because I was very upset about the shunning policy within the organization, and I will always be. I am not going to change that. That's just what my show is because of that policy. And there's so many other policies a lot of the public has no clue about. And I feel as an ex-Jehovah's Witness, once you wake up and realize and you've read and understood the policies and how foolish they are, you finally decide enough is enough. So I have been awake about the organization. Let's see, I left 5 years ago. So the past 3 years, I started a channel, got busy with college, yes, and I graduated valedictorian. So here I am, 59, graduated valedictorian, but unfortunately, I couldn't even make my college walk because I am taking care of family. And my family member is a dear member in my family, and she needed me. And so that is more important. College is great. I have the diploma. Okay, so pat on Rosie's back. We're done now. So, but I have to take care of my aunt. I lost my mom years ago, and so, you know, she's like taken up like my mom, and she puts up with me, and I put up with her. So, but anyways, with the shunning part of that with Mary. So I wanted to talk about Mary. And so I had some rebuttals towards the individuals who posted on my channel about the country she lives in. So I have had some law studies here in the U.S., and I've studied history and American history and the history in our country. And there's scammers everywhere. Can you not just agree? So anyway, somebody said, well, this girl could be scamming you, da-da-da. I've watched Catfish. I know. But I've been to that country twice. I have seen the poverty. I have seen people walking down the street with their bodies are crooked like S's because there is no health care. There is no retirement. There's no food stamps. There's no clean water, no public transportation on good roads. There's no retirement, no disability. You pay for your kids' schooling. There's no public schooling. You have to stand on the streets and sell whatever you can sell or make or buy to feed your family. And that's like us here. We go to work to feed our families. You know, so yeah, there's a lot of countries that struggle, really struggle to survive. I mean, the high cost of living here is ridiculous. I get public assistance just for my medical here, but I'm thankful I live here to get it, you know, so I'm thankful for that. I would never not be thankful for the help, because as a struggling college student, it is not easy. So you just do the best you can and appreciate what you have and pay your taxes and all that sort of stuff. But Mary's had a hard life when she got excommunicated or shunned by her family for what they consider a horrible sin. And she's been single. She don't have any boyfriends. She don't have anything. She just wanted to publish a book and talk about what's going on in the organization in her book, and her humble beginnings is what it's called, of a simple girl. So anyway, she her family, you know, was not helping her, and she got really sick 2 weeks ago. So I sent her a little bit to help her with her surgery, and she took the money that she has for her copyright of her book, and she is, oh, thank you, what homemade is that salsa. Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh, my neighbor brought me homemade salsa. So she that's what she's wanting to do. So she took her copyright money from making the beads that she does. And then she has a friend who's an author, and so they've been helping each other. And then I asked her, well, I'm going to help you get your surgery. Why don't you do my editing for my book? Okay. And she's like, yes, yes, I will do that for you. I will do that for you. So we collaborated. But she got so bad, and they cut on her in this hospital to where it's infected. And and I gave her what I could. She spent all of her money for this surgery, and it came out bad. She was just dying when she got home. And the neighbors told her, you need to go home to your family because we don't want you to die in our house. So that's how bad it got after the surgery. And so and her parents, while she was in the hospital, she didn't want money from me. Okay, and I had this one lady come on the channel and make all of her remarks. And I said, you only know 10% of what's going on. You have no idea. You have no idea the whole rest of the story. So see how the quick judgment is? So anyways, I just don't like that judgment mentality. So anyways, she has been very forthcoming on sending me her parents' text messages and them telling her they're not going to help her. She's writing a book that's demonic, and they won't do anything. And she's crying and so upset while she's in the hospital, of course, because you don't go there and walk into a hospital or a clinic or anything. You go right to the cashier and pay your cash. There is no medical there. There's no insurance. You don't get to sign up on Aetna or get a PPO or an HMO or have disability or have emergency assistance. There is zero medical. You pay for everything. So I know, I've been over there. I know what it's like. I have two friends who are psychiatrists that became psychiatrists there. And every single penny that they raised was from outside sources to create their clinic. And their clinic was based on free psychological, medical, and resources to help the Nigerian people and children. So they wanted to collaborate with me because I started a nonprofit foundation to help domestic violence and children in other countries with no food. So I hope I haven't lost you on this. I'm trying to give you a small bits and pieces here to why I decided to help Mary. And when I met Mary, I met her on an XJW site on Facebook. It was XJW, helping XJW women. And of course, I'm going to join the group. I'm like, yeah, great. We get to chat about what's going on. I get to put in my 2 cents and encourage somebody not to be discouraged because they're leaving the organization, or they've been disfellowshipped, or their family won't speak to them, they're sick, they're not well, you've just been totally considered dead. So when it comes to the shunning and the disfellowshipping, and now they call it whatever, whatever they want to call it. Now they've changed the name because they're trying to protect from lawsuits. So the elders at Bethel or Walk Hill, New York, just changed the name to avoid lawsuits. That's all it is. And so it's nice to meet you. Stay long next time. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So anyways, appreciate you. Thank you so much. So anyways, yeah, so that's why I said all the things that I said on my YouTube channel, or the YouTube channel about Mary, because her parents were just being horrible. And she told them that. She did tell them. And I read the text message. She told her parents, I'm disappointed in you. Here I am. I cannot pay the fees to get this surgery, and you have decided not to even help me? And you gave birth to me? Why did you give birth to me? You know, so she just called him out. And I told her, just don't worry about it. You know, it's not even worth arguing with them. It's not. And her father's an elder in the Jehovah's Witnesses in Nigeria. And he's very abusive. She said she was raised in a very abusive home where the father beats her mother and the girls. So that's what she was raised in. And this is supposed to be a Christian organization. Jehovah's Witnesses throughout the world are supposed to be a Christian organization. And as an ex-Jehovah's Witness, that is what we're told. That you follow Christ Jesus' footsteps. Jesus did not go around beating anybody's children, right? I swear that's what's in the Bible. He was very forgiving, and he said, whoever has not sinned, maybe you should pick up the first stone. Like when they were going to stone this one harlot girl, Mary, he asked them, if you haven't sinned, I'd like to see you pick up the first stone. You know, come on. So anyways, this is their judgment on anybody who's committed any sort of sin, made an error in their life. And everybody knows when you make a mistake in life, you learn from that eventually. But so anyways, I talked about Mary, and so for now the update is she traveled 17 hours and she didn't have enough money to get on the bus, barely to get on the bus, and I guess she's just so sick, the bus driver just let her get on and told her, don't even worry about paying, just get on the bus. And she went 17 hours to her parents, back into their home, and they took her to a hospital, she said, that is very poor, and she's like, my dad has the money to take care of me, and he refuses. And all they could say to her the whole time at the hospital is, you're writing this demonic book, I don't know why we should have to do anything for you. Yeah, so that's hard. You know, I don't care how old you are, you know, when your parent rejects their child, unless it's like some sort of tough love you need to give, and so they can straighten out. I mean, I can't see the unkindness in the organization. The shunning policy is really bad. So anyways, one of you asked about, well, why the suicides? Well, because of the shunning, you're already controlled in the religion very deeply. You can't have friends on the outside. Okay, you're encouraged, do not have friends who are not Jehovah's Witnesses. You are not allowed to have it. So yeah, so it's pretty interesting and controlling. So anyways, that's part of the rebuttal I wanted to give to all of you from my last video. And then the video before, I was very upset about what was going on with her, and she was going to die. And she's not well. She has to have a second surgery. So anyways, that's where she's at. She's in a hospital for another surgery. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully she'll be okay. And I said, you'll be well, don't worry, you'll be fine. I mean, you've made it this far. So anyway, so that's just it. That's just what I wanted to talk about today. And I just want to thank you for coming on and listening to me. And I just want to apologize for anything if I've offended anybody or anything like that. So that's the emotion I get when I see something horrible. And anyways, got my signs halfway done. I'll finish those for Sunday so I can go do my little protest. And I'm planning on doing a live out by the lake where I live at. It was so pretty today. I drove out there and drove around, and it was so nice. And then we have like fresh wild berries growing. Oh my goodness, I hadn't had any of those in a few years because I had moved away, and I was like eating myself sick on those berries. Oh, they were so good. Oh, I was just like, yeah. So anyways, thank you everybody for joining me, and Oh, yes. And one other person got on and sent me a message and said, oh, you're just rambling about nothing. I said, well, thank you for letting me ramble. You're welcome. Yeah, I ramble. Because there's a lot to talk about when it comes to leaving the organization. There's a lot of things to talk about. But one of my encouraging things for you is what I look at in life. And the things that I look at in life now after leaving the cult is nature. I love nature. It's so refreshing for me. So when I went to the lake today, the water and the sun gleaming on the lake makes me think about life and how precious life is. And I feel like water has a life force to it, the body of water. And I think about our lives and how precious it is. And water is just as precious. And our lives are precious. I have lost a mom and a son, my 16-year-old son, to domestic violence. So life is very precious to me. So my passion in my other two videos is about how precious life is. So yeah, I cried. Yeah, I rambled. But that's okay. I'm proud of who I am and what I have to say. And I'm thankful for the ones I can reach out to. And I'm thankful for you. And sharing the experience is good. And it's healing. So today at that lake, I thought how healed I feel inside. That I left something that was so horrific and survived. And I am here to encourage others to continue on and to look at that lake of life and how beautiful it is and how beautiful you are, and to not give up. Just keep going. Water in a river or in a lake is a life source. Water makes us survive. How often do we hear people on TV and doctors and medical advice to drink enough water? Drink enough water. It's a life source, and we are a life source. We are amazing. We have amazing feelings, emotions, personalities. We are just amazing, just like water, you know. And getting through life, you know how you think about the different seasons of the year, and we have spring, summer, winter, or autumn, and then winter. And each of those have a life to them because they change. And us as humans, we change over the years. And it's a life, those seasons are a force to be reckoned with. You know, we complain about the heat, we complain about the cold, but they each are necessary for our survival. So I just want you to know that I consider our lives and Mary's life precious. So I will let you go with that. And once again, this is just who I am, and I do ramble. But I appreciate you being here. This is She Woke Up XJW, and we talked about the shunning, and I gave you the update on Mary. And so, you know, you take care. And I'm thinking about all of you, and thank you for joining my channel. Bye, Esty.